Alright, today we are kicking off Essential Equipment. This is a new series that we're going to be breaking out every Wednesday evening. Basically, we're going to go over through a piece of equipment that I think is essential to own. Today we are going over mini bands here. So they come in a variety of resistances. Honestly, $2 to $3 per band. I cannot recommend one piece of equipment that is more essential to own given the price and what you can do with it. And that's why I'm starting off with this piece, because I do think it is that crucial to have to add variety, challenge you in a variety of ways. So they come in different resistances, pretty durable. I do have a few that have snap, but we're talking a lifespan anywhere from a couple months to a year. These ones, I don't think I purchased these within a year, so these are still going strong here. So I'm going to take you through a series of exercises, some ways to do them right, some ways to do them wrong, just so you know. And since yesterday we went over the mobility workout with the hips, really opening up the hips, I thought that we should start with the hips and focus on the strengthening and stability stuff for the hips. So this will be a good follow-up, great way to combo this up with those mobility drills as well. So I'm going to be ambitious. We're going to go with the black one, which is, we call it the Diablo. It's the highest resistance one here. And we're going to start with a monster walk series here. So probably the most popular use for these bands, but I'm going to expand on that and show you a few other different variations. So we can do these from a deep squat, we can do these a little more vertical. I like finding a happy medium. Ways to cheat are moving through your trunk, rotating and twisting your hips around. So we're going to avoid that. We're going to work a kind of a side walk back and forth, as well as we're going to go forward and backward walk. So showing you ways not to do it, although they will be tempting, and if you fatigue out, you're going to find yourself kind of doing them a little bit anyways. Our point of the toe, we're trying to lead this way. We walk forward, we run forward, we cycle forward. We're used to moving forward. We want to find our ways that we're stronger. So moving forward is going to be a way to do that. So focus on pointing forward and not rotating this way. Toes pointing forward, locking this core down, pushing out. I'm using my hips to move, and I am stabilizing through my trunk, so I'm not loose through the trunk as well. Very strong foundation, moving sideways, back and forth. Okay? Same thing, we transition forward. Tempting part, or feet moving, rotating out, or hips waddling, trunk moving all over the place. So same concept applies moving forward and back. I want my joints aligned, hips, knees, feet. Using my hips to move myself forward as well as backward, locking this trunk down. So I'm really focusing on staying tight, and I'm focusing on using my hips to generate that force. I'll be honest, I probably just did about 4 reps side to side, forward, back. I feel my tush burning right now. Easy, quick, convenient to get a lot of hip activity, but also a lot of motor control to know what to keep tight and how to effectively move through that. So, next one that I absolutely love. Before I put the band on, I'll show you a quick, crucial tool that, or assessment tool that any trainer should be doing, is seeing how your squat pattern looks. So, if I do a squat, or if I see somebody do a squat and I see the knees collapse in this way, or if the knees go forward but the feet slide out and they squat this way, that's probably a lot of glute dysfunction. Being able to generate that force through the hips and creating a nice, strong, and stable foundation. So if that happens, or if it doesn't, you just want those hips kicking in, put a band around the knees. You know that the knees likes collapsing in anyway, so you have to work against that resistance to prevent that from happening. Starting to sweat already, just after a few exercises. So, a nice wide base, nice tall, coming down, tracking those knees over the toes, and working those squats without letting the knees collapse in. Once again, just that tension alone fires up those hips, as well as trying to get into a deep squat without losing that tension. That's going to give you a nice strong foundation for that squat. It's going to help strengthen your hips, and it's going to help make that a comfortable movement. It really is going to prevent you from, you're going to know how to use those hips when you lift around the house and in the gym. So we'll transition to the floor. Now we're going around the arches of the feet. Like I said, a lot of ways you can use these tools. on these bands to provide variety. This one's called a dead bug or a dying bug. I'm lying flat. That core engagement is still crucial. I cannot be loose, arching my back, flaring what's called flaring rib cages. So you shouldn't see rib cage. I should be able to lock that core down there. So I'm going to keep that. Arms up, knees up. Opposite arm and leg. Make sure you breathe. Make sure you keep the core tight. A lot of coordination going on. A lot of work to keep this core tight throughout too. So, great exercise. You are trunk supported, so you don't have to worry about your hips shifting around. There's no balance really incorporated with that exercise. But the one that I like to compliment, we'll face this way for you. So, is a cross crawl exercise with the resistance. Now, yes, I am supported on the ground, but my back is free to move all over the place, unlike the last one. So this one provides another little challenge. One thing I like to do, tempting parts are the hips wanting to rotate, arch the back. I'll put one of these tennis balls or lacrosse ball right on the low part of the back, as long as you can get the balance, and lock that core down. Opposite arm and leg. Nice and steady, coming back. Core stays tight. Keeping everything rigid. I've been working for about 5 minutes right now. I'm already dripping. There's so much going on. If I were to cheat, ball falls off. You find ways to work around exercises. So just because I show you these exercises doesn't mean you're going to have great success in building that hip strength and stability, really feeling it in your core. You have to be tuned in with the exercise. Use the tennis ball in the back. Watch your joint alignment. Keep everything tight. Think functional movement. But I can't tell you enough. These things, $2, $3, go out and get them. Perform Better, Power Systems. There's a few websites. I'll add the links. Purchase a few of these. They will take your workouts to another level, add variety, and really get those hips going.